Are you struggling to make money and escape from Tarkov? Is you down bad and you need some good spots to loot up? Then check this out. Option 1, Scav Run Factory. Nice and quick and simple, load into factory. If you feel obliged, loot up any of the areas that you can find and then run to camera bunker door, which is underground. I will do a more in-depth loot guide to factory in a separate video. Run over to camera bunker door, sell all the items to fence, easy ruble. Option 2, grocery shopping. Head to the back of Goshen on Interchange and loot up any tinned or canned goods that you can find, such as squashes, Tushonkas, hot rods, Tarkolas, max energies, etc. An awful lot of these items are worth 20 to 30, even 40,000 rubles a can. It is a very good way of getting items to use for barter trades, for completing those quests where you need to find those food items, and for making a load of money on the flea market. Option 3, the farm on Shoreline. New to 0.14 patch, you've got the Shoreline expansion, and in this expansion you have got an opportunity to make an awful lot of money. You have got a variety of weapon spawns here. You have got loose weapon parts all over desks, weapons boxes all over the containers around the outside of the compound, and in the brick buildings you have got a variety of tech spawns, med spawns, high tier spawns such as Tetrises, graphics cards, gold chains, rollers, all over those mattresses and on these workbenches. It's well worth checking out. And a variety of weapons cases, ration cases, med boxes. Make sure you're checking all of the beds, all of the couches, all of the flat surfaces, any of the shelves and any of the boxes in these areas. Now be aware that there is a quest for players to come over here and kill enemies, and there are scavs spawning here, so just be careful, but it is well worth running a PMC on here because the vehicle extract is literally just behind it. So go in, take a big bag, loot up, take your 5,000 rubles and go and extract. Again, check those couches, all of the mattresses in those areas, any of those tables for items that may have clipped into the textures. It's well worth checking those out. And like I said, there's loads of weapon boxes littered all over the place that are well worth checking out. As you get to near the car extract, there's an awful lot of loose loot that is available to be found on the floor as just before you hop over the fence, and make sure you're checking the porter cabins. Those porter cabins also have bags I've seen spawn in there before, and loose loot like sugars, etc. on the surfaces in there. In the building on the left hand side I've found toolboxes on the floor, usually in that area there. And as I said, check out around the generator for any loose loot. I've seen med spawns there and tech spawns. There can also spawn just near the taxi a lootable suitcase. Option 4, streets. Now, we are not going to talk about Lexos. We are going to talk about the real estate building and a building next to relaxation room. So located near the cinema, head over to the real estate building. You've got a variety in the first room on the left. You've got a variety of duffel bags. Loose loot can spawn on the tables. And make sure you're checking around the areas where the files are on the floor, because loot can clip into those textures. You've also got 3 filing cabinets and a duffel bag, and the key for the locked room upstairs can spawn in that key box, so it is also always worth checking. The key can spawn in that key box, so it is always worth checking. You've also got the duffel bag near the front entrance. So locked room on your left there with several gold spawns, and the key isn't too expensive, so it's well worth picking it up. And then you've got a variety of tech and computer part spawns in this office and a couple of duffel bags. Now, moving on to the other side of the cinema, heading down towards the crashed tram. You want to loot the safe that's in front of relaxation room, and then enter the apartment buildings on the right, literally the door after relaxation room. In the first room, around all of the bookshelves, you can get gold spawns. Food spawns spawn in this room. Tech spawns spawn in this room. Very little spawns in the kitchen other than some food items, but on the Hoover, you do have potentially tech spawns. There are tech spawns in this room. And on the bookshelf, you can get gold spawns and in front of it, so it's well worth checking there. Make sure you check on the couches and the seats for any gold spawns, because gold spawns do spawn there and on the bookshelf. Toolbox on the next floor up. And then moving up to the next floor, this room is so slept on. It has got the hilariously tiny duffel bag. There are several gold spawns and med spawns in this room, all around the walls. In front of that bookshelf, and on the bookshelf you can get gold spawns, food and tech spawns next to the mattress, any of the kitchen, on the floor, around and on the tables. You have got med spawns and gold spawns, and a med box that I have found the LEDX in this wipe, so well worth checking out. The beauty of this, especially if you're running your Scav, it is right next to entrance to catacombs, so it's well worth running in there on your way out Scav run. I thought I'd save the best till last. Option 5, Sunken Village in Woods. So if you move from Scav Village into the first house on your left, check in that bucket and check on the mattress. You can get gold spawns in the bucket and also on that mattress. And then move into the next house on the left. Check in the sink on the left hand side. You can get med spawns and gold spawns in there and on this table. On the benches, you also have a toolbox. Duffel bag on that table. And then in the tent, you can get gold spawns in any of the corners or in the center of that front part of the tent. Moving round, you get gold spawns in this bush in front of the stash, and then obviously there's the stash that you can loot as well. Then vault up onto these rocks. Make sure you check the boat because gold spawns can spawn in here. I have found bitcoins, veritas picks, etc., but also large items like vases and teapots. And then into the top of the church, where again, all over the floor, you have gold spawns. In the boat, in the middle of the boathouse, you've got gold spawns and tech spawns. You can find items like gold chains, etc., pliers, screwdrivers. There's usually a toolbox on those barrels there, and then a duffel bag usually spawns on this bench. Around the pylons and sometimes around by that bulldozer there are toolboxes, and then make sure you're checking the corners in this room here. And then on the benches you can get gold spawns, and all in these boxes you can get loose ammo spawns and ammo packs. And then make sure you're kind of checking any of the areas where there are mattresses or beds or sleeping bags, because you can get gold spawns on there that kind of clip into the textures. In this boat, you can get gold spawns as well. In this house here, check in that left-hand corner. Check in the bushes around this area as well, because there are gold spawns within those bushes. You can get items spawning at the marked circle as well, so make sure you check there. And again, in this house, make sure you're checking on the tables, on the beds, and on the benches. Now, I do hope that this video has helped. I hope that you have found some relatively quiet areas for you to loot up, either on PMCs or on scav runs, or areas to check as you're passing through. And I will be doing a series of loot runs along these maps and other maps to show you the best places to go and pick up items. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.